Hello ladies and gentlemen, this is Deja Vu and I'm bringing you another set from the match between Hite Sparkyz and SKT1. This is the Shinhan Bank Pro League 0809, round 4, week 4. And this is going to be a PvP on Destination. For the Sparkyz, we're going to have their new hot young gun Protoss, Horang2. He's only played 14 games, but he's won 8 of them. He's played 6 games versus Protoss and won 4 of them, which is quite impressive here, taking down Movie, Stork, and Pusan. Certainly the win against Stork was definitely a very high quality win, and the game against Movie is an up-and-coming player in his own right, so that was a good win for him as well. Best is, of course, one of the best, PvPers around right now. He has a 70% versus P. He's really well known for his Protoss versus Protoss matchup, and Best is going to be here in the 12 o'clock position on Destination in peach, beige, something, whatever you want to call that color, peach or beige, for SKT1, and he's sending out a probe immediately to go do some cheese, and Horang2 is going to be at the bottom of the map in the 6 o'clock position. I think that was in red there for Hite Sparkyz. And yeah, Best needs, Best wins against top Protoss are everywhere from Stork and Anytime, Cal, Jangbi, Free. He's beaten down pretty much everyone there is in the Protoss lineup into PvP, and except for Bisu, of course, they're teammates, so they don't get the chance to play very much, and I don't think they've actually ever played a game. But Horang2 actually is putting down a pylon at his gap there, to choke to his ramp, and but his probe doesn't actually go down, so he's not going to scat out this cheese. This cheese is at least going to start, and we'll see what happens here. It will be at least one gateway. We'll see if it's 2 gates or just 1. If it's just 1, it won't be an all-in. But if it's 2 gates, this will all come down to this one initial fight here at the beginning, and that will determine the winner. We'll see what Best decides to do. And I think Horang2 is actually going to scout this out. Yeah, he moved down and he saw it. He already sees it. But his gateway is already starting up too, so I don't know how. I don't think this is going to really work too well for Best. And probes coming off the line. It looks like 4 or 5 probes, extra probes coming off the line to deal with this. They're going to go take all of this down. And I think this is going to be really bad for Best. The probes are coming in, going for this gateway, and the probe for Best trying to do some harassment to the probes that are attacking that gateway, but I don't think it's going to be enough. Those probes actually might even want to attack the pylon instead. Best trying to do some interesting micro here and trying to use like a probe drill almost, but I don't think it's going to work. It hasn't worked so far. He's trying it a couple times. And that gateway has already lost all of its shields, already on fire, and this is going to be really bad for Best, I think. I don't think he's going to get his Zealot before starting. And he's putting down another gateway in his main to try and make up for it. And still trying to do some more harass with that probe, but I don't think this is going to work. This is going to be really bad for Best. This is going to put him so far behind, it's ridiculous. And the gateway does go down right there. And now the probes are just going to go back to work and be like, you know what, I'm going to have Zealots out before you do now, so don't even, I'm not even worried about you right now. Anti-Manor Pylon going down for Horang2 within his base. Simulator also going down, so no gas steal is going to be able to be possible. PvP gas steal would be pretty funny. Never actually seen that in a pro game, but that could be entertaining, at least. And now Horang2 is going to go out with a probe and a Zealot of his own and try and do some harassment of his own, and I think Best should be able to get a Zealot out in time to counter this, so we will see a little bit of a micro fight here, probably, provided a Zealot is produced. Assimilator also going down in his main, but he's going to be behind definitely on his core and on his later tech. He's going to be behind a lot, so I think if Horang2 just plays it safe, just goes for Reavers, I think would be his best bet, and just go for a Dragoon Reaver build and take his early advantage of killing that first gateway and just ride that and try and ride that to victory. A Zealot has been produced for Best, and he's going to try and stop this harass. There's a probe and a Zealot in the base of Best. 7x core also going down for Horang2, and Horang2 having some bad quality micro there. He took several hits on that Zealot from the other Zealot without doing any damage back himself. That was good micro by Best, bad micro by Horang2, some combination of that. And this Zealot might get 1 kill. No, that Zealot gets no kills by Horang2. That was very unfortunate for him. That was some pretty low quality micro there, I have to say. I'm pretty disappointed in him. I thought he would have been able to do a lot more damage with that, at least get 1 or 2 probes. And Best still doing some more harassment with his probes. It's still alive and well and meandering within Horang's base. Horang's mineral. Oh, that is an anti-mineral pylon for Horang2, and he traps 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 probes. Oh my lord, he gets like 5 probes in there, and Best is trying to trick as many of them out as he can and attacking with the Zealots at the same point. But that is a good mana pylon, and Best actually got a mana pylon on Horang2 as well, but that one wasn't as good. I think it only trapped like 1, maybe 2, but yeah, it's not as good, but yeah, there it goes down. It was cancelled by Best before it could go down, and second gateway going down for Horang2, and that probe is going to be ushered away by the Dragoon down the ramp and far away, hopefully never to do any more scouting, at least from Horang2's point of view. And I assume that the probe went down for Horang2 as well inside the main. It doesn't look like it's there. And he also canceled his pylon. So for that 25 mineral cost or whatever, now that, because I think you get 3/4 of the minerals back, or approximately that much. So it's only about, or maybe you only get 2/3, something like that. So whatever the cost is, I think he made it up by capturing so many probes in there. He got like 5 probes, which is absolutely ridiculous. Usually you hope to catch 2, but to catch 5, that's just, whew, that's just a nice pylon there. Nice mana pylon. And Best, oddly enough, did not put down an anti-mana pylon, which most of the players do. Robotics facility going up for Horang2, so he's going to be going for Dragoon Reaver here. And Best actually throwing down a Nexus here at his natural expansion, and this is really risky play. Very audacious for him. He went for that proxy build, fell behind early by losing it, and he's still going to go for the first Nexus. He is trying to be a baller. We'll see how this works. We'll see how badass he really is. 3 Dragoons and a Zealot here to try and stop this probe from scouting it out. We'll see if it does get a scout out. Here comes the probe, and it's going to get blocked off somehow. It doesn't see anything quite yet. And the Dragoons and the Zealot or so are going to come out for Horang2 as well, as he sits down his own expansion. So he's going to try and ride this early advantage that he got to victory. But I think this probe for Best is going to scout it out. And it's coming down the ramp right now, crossing the bridge, and yeah, it will see that. There's no way Best is gonna, or no way Horang2 is gonna stop that. And so yeah, now Horang2 knows he has been scouted out. He's gonna try and do some harassment here, try and get across these bridges, but he's not going to be able to. And he goes for Observatory before Robotic Support Bay, which is interesting. I thought with the lead he would go for Reavers before Observers, but he apparently wants to make sure he doesn't fall prey to any Dark Templar or anything. Citadel of Adun also going down, so maybe he's going for some sort of DT drops, or maybe just for speed loss, something like that. It might be for DT drops, or maybe High Templar. We will see what he decides to do with that. It is kind of different for PvP. We do see most players go for either Reavers or DTs early, and we'll see if Horang2 decides to combine the two into DT drops. It is definitely a possibility. Assimilator also started there at the second base for Horang2, so he's going to be trying to get that early second gas, not just for the minerals, but he's going to be going for a tech heavy build. So a gas heavy build would probably indicate High Templars or a lot of Dark Templars. I would assume High Templar at this point, but I don't know if... Yeah, here comes the Templar Archives, here comes the third gateway. I don't know